What's going on, Bulls Nation? Woo! Welcome into CHGO Bulls Postgame, coming to you live from our studios here in West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck, Bulls_Peck, Big Dave, Bow, BAWL Sports, Will, the Goat, Gottlieb, Will_Gottlieb, and our pal producer on the controls, Joey Spathis is at Joey Spathis. We're CHGO_Bulls here to hang out with you, our fellow Bulls fans, following a wild Bulls victory, 132-129 in overtime over the Indiana Pacers.
Where we at, Joe? Where we at, Joe? Oh, he went on the
Joe's been juggling so many balls tonight.
Fair point. I'm going to give him the benefit
of the doubt. He wasn't ready for the Bulls win.
Bulls win. He's been doing a lot. But hit him again. Bulls win. Do it again. Bulls win. Do it for you. Bulls win. Because you worked hard. Bulls win. Do it for Will. Bulls win. Because he was typing. Bulls win. Do it for Matt. Bulls win. He held a big beef. Bulls win. Do it for the people who was watching to watch along. Do it again. They deserve it. Bulls win. And give me one. Bulls win. And one more for yourself. Bulls win. Let's go.
Our guy Clem in the comments just going crazy with Bulls win in the comments over and over again. Shout out to everybody in Bulls Nation for joining us tonight. Throw us your comments, questions, any thoughts you have on tonight's game. We'll get to as many as we can. Throw us a super chat if you're feeling generous this evening. We love you. We appreciate you. And again, as Dave said, shout out to those of you who also hung out with us for our just completed live CHGO Bulls watch along. That was a lot of fun, presented by Coors Light. Shout out to them for the new dope swag and also for the delicious Coors Lights that kept us company while we watched that epic Bulls game.
Oh,
man, that was epic.
That was fun.
Gentlemen, stop me if you've heard this one before.
I will.
DeMar DeRozan, fourth quarter?
Stop.
Thank you. Thank you for actually following instructions, Goat. By my count, 15 points spanning fourth quarter and overtime. 46 total on the night for DeMar. And that, I mean, somebody posted the video, and if you haven't seen it, you can see my reaction. I slunked down and was not happy.
Yeah. Oh, no. They noticed.
Not a fan of all of these overtime games the Bulls have been playing this season.
Looking at my comments, they definitely noticed.
But I could only stay mad at it for half a second because they kept showing the replay, and god damn that DeMar baseline game tying, overtime forcing buzzer beater.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, DeMar, underappreciated somehow.
Somehow. Like you take greatness takes away all that you feel at some point in time. And that's what DeMar did right here, man. 15 of 24, 62% from the field. Let's start there. That's pretty insane and ignorant,
man.
For a dude his age to be continue to do these things. But almost 50 points, 46. And the 9 rebounds were awesome. The 3 assists, for me, that is the perfect amount of assists for a DeMar DeRozan game. So I'm not like looking at it like, wow, he had 80 or 15 assists or something. Like, no, that is what you should have when you're putting up the numbers that he's putting up. The 15 to 17 from the free throw line. One of them I shouldn't even count because he missed on purpose. But he was just a flamethrower when they truly needed it. Indiana, for some reason, didn't get the memo. Shout out Stacey King. There was no double teams coming earlier in that fourth quarter. And it felt like DeMar was expecting them to come. And once he realized they weren't, he was like, oh, it's cooking time. And y'all got a young fella on me? Well, it's time to go to school, young fella. And he took him straight there, dropped him off at the corner, and said, I'll pick you up at 2:30. Like, it was awesome to sit and watch, man. It was true. No, it was awesome to sit and watch that dude do that and just be that kind of special in that fourth quarter. And then the final shot that he hit, one, it was an amazing shot. Two, I couldn't believe he got that open. And they had TJ McConnell on him. And that was just wild to me. But, man, DeMar DeRozan, DeMar DeRozan.
I mean, just masterful stuff from him. And it's nice to know that, like, I mean, he did have a slower first half of the season. He was not the same DeMar that we got to know in 2021. And even last year, his numbers were down. I mean, he was still performing at a high level, but these last couple of games, he has just taken it up a notch. And it is pretty incredible to see him cooking like this. And I felt like that was really the difference between the Pacers and the Bulls in this game. Obviously, like, they have some great players over on that side, Halliburton, chief among them, but Siakam, I thought, played really well. Myles Turner had some big shots, but they didn't have anybody that could just say, everybody, calm the F down. Mm-hmm. Like, I got this. I'm gonna get us a good shot. It's probably gonna be my shot, but if not, we'll get something good. But like, let's calm down. Let's take a beat here and let's run something and get a good look, because you watch some of these other teams try to play in the clutch, and you know their numbers might be good. They might be like the Pacers are a plus 10.7 net rating in the clutch. That does not look like a team that is composed and organized and able to get a good shot. Mm-hmm. And that's what DeMar gives you. And I also want to just give some credit to the rest of the guys out there, because the last 3 offensive plays of the game in overtime, it was Vooch with a layup, it was Io with a layup, and it was Caruso making an incredible pass to Torrey Craig for a
While
layup.
Siakam was smothering DeMar.
Yeah.
And DeMar exhausted down the stretch of that game, but he also was like feeling confident enough in his guys to let them go create play. So he said, Siakam, come over here.
Right.
Let's let these guys play 4-on-4. And I trust my guys to go make a play, and they did.
Right. Special stuff.
Flip side in the comments say Debo, king of the fourth and fifth.
And fifth, yeah.
Ant saying that's why DeMar gets the ball in the fourth and clutch plays.
Yeah.
Mike Alley-oop saying I'm almost in tears right now. Let's go, Debo. D. Lasso 23 also pointing out DeMar passed Elgin Baylor and Dwayne Wade on the NBA's all-time scoring list with his 46-point game tonight.
Amazing.
Chase and Ashland saying double D with the big shot. Gio saying DeMar was feeling the spirit of his airness again tonight. Did I or did I not say to you on that baseline fall away? I was like to you, dude, that was MJ shit.
He sure did.
True MJ shit.
Pretty special, man.
I mean, my goodness. And in the comments saying, no more DeMar hate from the same fans that said he was washed a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Look, Fresh Bulls TV say DeMar versus DeRozan. That's it. That's the message.
That's it.
Alexander saying, we're very fortunate to have a player like DeMar entertaining us with his heroics. And look, again, we have had that conversation many a nights this season, especially on nights when the Bulls are in a tight game and it doesn't work out for them, and we have an ISO possession or 2 or 3 from DeMar down the stretch that don't result in the Bulls winning the game because DeMar's a hero.
Right.
And those are the nights when we question, should the Bulls be doing something differently? Should Billy Donovan be drawing up different actions and different sets in the final 2 minutes, 3 minutes of these tight games, with an emphasis on should Coby White be more involved because of the growth we've seen from Coby this season. Tonight, you take that out of the equation because Coby left for the locker room late in that game. By the way, I did see an update, a tweet from Casey saying via Billy Donovan, it's a hip injury for Coby. He will be evaluated when the team gets back to Chicago.
Okay.
So let's hope that we get good news there. But tonight, whether or not Coby was out there and able to finish the game, tonight and games like it are the times where you remind yourself, or maybe some of the DeMar doubters or naysayers that have crept up in Bulls Nation, hanging out with your fellow Bulls fans on YouTube, DeMar is still capable of doing that.
Yeah, and I hope people don't forget those things. Like, when it's not going right, you'll point to what's wrong, obviously, and it's more magnified for people. The last-second shots that weren't going in, the missing free throws DeMar was doing early on, that was going on, not hitting his percentage, playing a ton of minutes. People had a problem with the space that he was creating because it basically wasn't any with him getting the ball and everybody else get the hell out the way. And when it wasn't resulting in not only not having 30-point games, but also not wins. On top of that, people immediately become frustrated. But you have to still understand who this is. I talked about it with Tyrese Halliburton today, and when you were running down all the numbers, I continue to say, but it's still Tyrese Halliburton. This is still who he is, and he had a pretty solid game. He was cool. He wasn't terrible. I mean, 17 points and 14 assists is pretty damn solid, okay? Now, he was 1 of 6 from the three-point line. He didn't have that going, but 17 and 14 is still an issue, and there's a reason Alex Caruso was still chasing around him at the three-point line because he's still a threat. So DeMar DeRozan is still DeMar DeRozan. Means he's always a threat, and you never know when it can come out. And it has started to come out ever since he went back to the West Coast. You saw it come out, and that's why he got the Player of the Week award. Shout out to him for that. And it's just continued on ever since. And he got some extra rest playing against Dallas. Played only 27 minutes in that game. Got some extra rest. 44 minutes for him tonight. And I mean, you needed every one of those minutes from him. Like, everyone truly mattered, man, from the first quarter on. Because remember, we talked about it, how he and Ayo were the only one scoring for the Bulls in that first quarter. They kind of were carrying it. And DeMar just continued it on all the way to the overtime.
Yeah, and it felt like the Bulls just got just enough from everybody else. I mentioned the other couple of baskets. Caruso had a pretty great game himself. He went 4 of 4 on threes in the third quarter alone. Tied his
Season
career
high 23.
Amazing.
Season high 23 points, but tied his most three-pointers made in a game, career high, with 5. So he was awesome. He had a couple of really great passes that kind of put the Bulls in the position to keep that lead that they had. I mentioned the Torrey Craig play. And then in the last possession of the game, he had an incredible closeout on Halliburton from behind to make him double clutch and force up what was
it was looking like that was going to be a good open look for the potential game tying, send it to 2 OT 3.
Yeah.
And Caruso was somehow from behind the play able to, at the last second, contest that shot, force a difficult adjustment in the air from Halliburton, which made that shot clearly much more difficult for him to convert, which he did not. Great play.
And as I was watching this game, the whole thing I was thinking about in my mind was, man, this is great position of leverage for DeMar heading into free agency this summer, because you see not only how great he still is.
Tobias Harris over me?
you see not only how great he is, but how much the Bulls need him. I mean, you watch this team, and it's like when he went to the bench in the third quarter, I tweeted it out. I'll pull it up here as I'm talking. But the Bulls were up 10 with about a minute plus to go in the third quarter. DeMar goes to the bench. They were up 89-79 with a minute 18 in the third quarter. DeMar went to the bench. With 9:44 left in the fourth quarter, so 3 minutes later.
3 minutes,
2.5 minutes. Bulls called timeout, down 2.
God.
So the value that he brings to this team, obviously Caruso was a plus 22 in this game too. Vooch plus 24, DeMar plus 18 in a game they won by 3 points.
Yeah.
But he just is so important to keeping this. That's why I would say, like, I think the floor would bottom out if he wasn't there, because he is just so steady. He makes sure that you get a good shot. Even when he's not playing well, he's able to set things up. And I just feel like the Bulls are going to feel like they can't let that go no matter what. And I also tweeted this out about the Isaiah Thomas bring out the Brink trucks from 2016 or whenever that was, because he thought he was about to get paid by the Celtics. And I just feel like the Bulls are kind of in a situation where they're going to do the same thing with DeMar.
And I feel you on because I remember you used to make the floor bottoming out argument often, for sure. And I feel like it's more relevant now than then, because now you truly can't say, well, maybe Zach can do some things while he's gone. But I'm like, well, that's over with. You know what I mean? That's completely done with. So losing him too and not having anything to plug into
that's present and tough, probably future too,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Connor in the comments asking, serious question, is DeMar clutch player of the year? I know it's kind of stupid considering the Bulls record, but the dude has earned it. I don't think it is stupid for him to at least be in the conversation.
Right.
I don't think it's stupid at all.
You've been keeping track of the Bulls clutch games, the Bulls clutch record, the Bulls clutch ratings all season, Will. And we know that they have played some of the most clutch games of any team in the NBA, and they have a winning record in their clutch games, and they have a significant net positive rating in their collective clutch minutes this season, whereas they're milquetoast or a little bit negative milquetoast in their non-clutch minutes all season long. And DeMar has so much, if not everything, to do with that. Like you saw, or maybe you didn't, but they put up a stat on the broadcast tonight when DeMar got maybe his first bucket of overtime. He tied Kyrie's previous record set in 2013-14 season for the most collective overtime points scored in a single season at 50.
Wow.
Which, again, the Bulls have played their fair share of overtime games this season, so there is, the compiling of those stats factor there. But still, DeMar has put up 50-some points in Bulls overtime games this season, and they're winning more clutch games than they lose.
And I feel like the one thing that was kind of missing from his resume, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it just didn't feel like there was that one moment that you could look to and say, that's the clutch player of the year. And I feel like tonight might have been a shot.
Tonight, he had like 4 of them.
But I mean, like that shot that he hit to send the game to overtime. Like that is
he's right.
That is a shot that's gonna people are gonna remember like the buzzer beater against the Pacers.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't obviously a game winner, but to win the game like that, and just pulled up the stats real quick here. Bulls have played 35 clutch games, which is the most in the league. The only person I think he's really in contention with is Steph Curry. Steph has 165 clutch points, shooting 49.5% from the field, 46.7% on threes, 95% at the line.
Yeah. DeMar,
161 points, so 4 fewer, shooting 52.2%, 50% on threes, only 6 of 12, but 87% on the line. So the Bulls have won 21. They're 21 and 14 in the clutch. Warriors are only 18 and 16. So maybe there's a little bit of a space for DeMar to close the gap there. Obviously, Steph has not played as many games on the year as DeMar. So I think there's a legit argument to be made, but he's probably number 2 right now.
And you're right. Like, this is the stamp. I agree with
this
you.
This is like that one moment where it's like, that's...
When you're trying to make the argument, this is it right here.
And I feel like I'm maybe missing another game winner that he had.
I'm not saying you have, but I'm saying this kind of one, though, is the stamp. Because not only the shot, but the free throw also to get it there as well. Like, and the difficulty of that.
And shot. Even the possession before that, when the Bulls were down 3 and they ran that same, like Coby setting a screen for DeMar and Coby flares out and DeMar just went past. He didn't get doubled and just ended up getting stuck in the trees in the paint and somehow found his way to the basket and put it in to trim the deficit to 1. Like that was also just DeMar being clutch DeMar in the final minute of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, man. And the other thing about is doing it when it feels like you're not winning the game. And there were many moments at those Myles Turner's threes where you felt like the game was kind of over or it was on their side.
Also, screw you, Myles Turner.
Yeah.
Or two back-to-back threes late in the fourth.
Yes,
and then drilled 2 more in overtime.
Yeah, man.
Just obnoxious.
But DeMar said
somebody in the comments I saw earlier tonight pointed out that Myles Turner turns into Steph Curry when he plays the Bulls.
He balls
I definitely feel like there's some element to that.
Yeah.
Quick little additional update on Coby White via Casey Johnson on Twitter just now. Coby's not available to the media tonight, but appears to be in good spirits in the postgame locker room. He is laughing with his teammates and smiling.
Okay.
So hopefully good news there.
We'll take
hopefully that's not someone who knows that he's gravely injured and bummed about it. Hopefully we'll get a positive update on Coby when he goes and gets his official checkup back in Chicago. But real quick, and then we could take our first break. Speaking of some of those late game possessions and DeMar doing hero things, Ant in the comments pointed this out, and I noticed this tonight too, and I liked it. Ant said Caruso, now the designated player to get the ball from DeMar when he's doubled, no more Vooch. And there were multiple possessions late in that game, and even after Coby had left, so you don't even get the Coby screening for DeMar action at the beginning of a set, that it was Caruso being the, relief dump-off pass guy when DeMar was always getting blitzed at the top of the key. And I feel like Caruso made some solid decisions when he got that relief dump-off pass, including one miraculous pass to Torrey Craig, who just made a quick baseline cut under the basket for a nice, easy 2 lay-in. And I feel like Caruso, the possession before that, also as the relief pass from a DeMar double, made the correct kick out on a different possession. Like, it's usually Vooch getting those dump off DeMar double passes. We've also at times praised Vooch for being a solid fulcrum to the Bulls offense, his core vision, his ability to swing the ball from the strong side to the weak side. But it was Caruso late in this game playing that role.
I think part of it was just the matchups. Like Halliburton was guarding Caruso for a lot of the game, and that's the matchup they were trying to pick on. So that was a piece of it. But in order to be a successful clutch team, and really a successful team at all, like you need to have multiple guys that are able to make good decisions with the ball in their hands. And Caruso has been really good at that at times this year. There's been obviously moments where he's made mistakes, but like for the most part, he's just been really solid as a decision maker in that short roll. So that was how the matchups worked tonight. I think there are going to be times where, he wanted to pick on a Myles Turner instead of a Halliburton. But for the most part, I feel like DeMar is the kind of guy who wants to overwhelm somebody. And so when he has the opportunity to get a smaller guard, that's why he's pulling Coby into those pick and pop situations or IO, because they're putting their weakest defender on those guys and they want to get them switched onto DeMar so he can have a chance to eat.
Well, even in that sense, when To just go back to what Matt was saying there, like even when DeMar was waving off the ball and telling Ayo to go ahead with it, it still was being run off of Alex Caruso at the top of the key, and they're still trying to run that pick.
Yeah,
so,
Caruso came and brought that screen for Ayo.
So you're dead on with that, and I appreciate that adjustment. The other adjustment I saw Billy make was bringing in Andre Drummond to actually get a rebound on a free throw, something I hadn't seen him do in previous games while I was over the screen yelling at him to do that. So I appreciated that adjustment as well. But, yeah, man, like he did it correctly tonight, and Will was right. They saw it. They took advantage of it. They did what teams have constantly done against them. They found the weakness, and they continued to punch it until they failed.
I was curious about that strategy from the Pacers standpoint. So DeMar had the ball. I think there was like 8 seconds left or 6 seconds left or something in regulation. Pacers were up 3, and they fouled to put him on the line instead of just playing defense. And obviously, it didn't work out where Obi Toppin kind of tipped the rebound back to out of bounds, and the Bulls were able to retain possession where DeMar hit that shot. But I don't know. I just feel like a lot of teams would either play you straight up, especially if you've got DeMar. It's tricky, though, because you're at risk of an and one at any point. So you got to play it straight up, and then you just let him get into a mid-range shot without the risk of fouling. It's just a really tricky position to be in.
But that's great because the Bulls usually aren't in a pick-your-poison position. And that's what makes this great with Alex Caruso and him doing that, especially with Caruso being hot fire tonight. So that also helped. But they are usually not the one. They're usually the ones getting picked on in the pick-your-poison. So the fact that they're doing the bullying and the pushing back was also great to see.
Let's take our first break right there. We'll come back, dive into plenty more from tonight's Bulls' dramatic win over the Pacers, get to more of y'all's thoughts and comments. Throw us a super chat if you feel like it. And it is a win, so of course there is a Goon of the night coming up. And man, what a night.
What a night.
It's going to be a hell of a Goon. Whoever it is, it's going to be a hell of a Goon.
I do have an update.
You do?
I do. I have an update.
From Baby Joey?
On Daniel Gafford.
Ooh.
Daniel Gafford.
Ooh.
Finished the game with 10 points.
On
5 of 5 shooting.
Oh my God! That means he's too shy.
He is too
shy of Wilt's record.
Yes, he is, man.
Daniel Gafford.
He is right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo,
he is right there.
Are you gonna give him
what percentage?
You can't give it to him unless he actually sets the record. Then I will allow it.
I said I'd never give it to an opposing person unless it's something ridiculous and phenomenal that is gone down. I have rules to this. All right. We have rules.
What are you going to say, Will?
I just wonder what percentage of his last however many shots were assisted by Luka.
Oh, probably all.
Probably.
Like every one of them. Yes.
99%
Luka gets a piece.
Yes.
Which also, by the way, I did see Luka left that Mavs-Warriors game with a hip injury, I think.
Oh, okay.
Did not return.
Bad
Left
for my
earlier.
fantasy team.
Okay. Jeff Rock say, retire Gafford's jersey. Put it in the rafters. While we are taking this break to share words from our friends and sponsors, do us a favor, hit that like button. We got well over 300 watching with us on a Wednesday night. We appreciate each and every one of you out there in Bulls Nation. Do us a favor, get that likes number close to the number of live watching.
Get it up.
Only 78 likes that I'm seeing.
What?
Let's get that way closer to the 300 plus that we have watching
I ate a big
with
beef
us
for you.
right now. I ate a big beef for y'all. I
Man,
also
likes.
did it for myself.
Fair point. Fair point.
Dave, who's first?
David Martin to you.
Oh, God.
This episode is brought to you by the St. Patrick's Day Shamrock Shavers Manscaped Man.
Calypso.
This year, don't just chase the rainbows, make your own pot of gold and groom your little leprechaun with the leaders in below the kilt care. Say goodbye to your clover forest in Manscaped's Lawnmower 5.0 and let your confidence shine bright. Embrace the look of the Irish. Enjoy the 10 million men worldwide who have trusted Manscaped. Head over to manscaped.com. Use the code BULLS. Get yourself 20% off. And since they care about you and yours, you get some free shipping as well. You will be happy when you receive that box. When you order it, it will come really awesome, really cool. You'll order it, and your people will say yay. Your loved ones will say yay. It's time to get that trim going on. Do it for the people in your life, and do it for yourself. Groom yourself, make yourself right, and keep yourself cool. Matt does it. I do it. I'm sure Goat does it. He's the Goat. He's Quaff King. Spathis over there, you know he do it. He keeps it right. Troll Joe, every chance he gets.
So much trimming to do.
So much trimming for Troll Joe. You hear me? All the time, man. Get 20% off and free shipping. The code BULLS at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code BULLS at manscaped.com. This St. Patrick's Day, make sure your hairy little leprechaun is luckier than ever with Manscaped.
Mike in the comments said, "You're little what?"
Little leprechaun. A lot of mercy.
Jelly says, "Why do I feel like Miss Cleo is telling me to trim my junk?"
Whoever's telling you, call me now.
Did you guys not know that Miss Cleo was Irish?
I don't think they knew that.
Oh, man.
I think y'all know how it goes, man.
Definitely Irish. Oh, I mean, wow.
I'm telling you, when I go in, I lean in, man. I lean all the way. You want a Irish Jamaican person? I got them right here for you, ready to go. They just roll over that way. That's how they roll, man. Manscaped brought it out of me. 20% off, code BULLS, manscaped.com.
Hits me harder every time. The postgame tonight also brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. They're the easiest and most exciting way to play DFS. It's just you against the numbers. You don't have to battle thousands of other players, including pros, sharks,
like this guy,
leprechauns, tarot card readers.
Well,
You just pick more than or less than on 2 to 6 different player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Football season may be over, but it's okay because the action on the hardwood is heating up. Whether it's tournament season or the fight for playoff home court, no shortage of high-stakes basketball moments this time of year, and I love it! Get in on the excitement with Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app, where you can turn your hoops knowledge into serious cash. Conference tournaments are here, which means the biggest moments in college basketball are getting closer. Be a part of the action on Prize Picks for both men's and women's college hoops. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks.
That's it.
You can turn $10 into $1,000 with an NBA, NHL, and college basketball entry today on Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Go to prizepicks.com/CHGO and use code CHGO for a first deposit match up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/CHGO. Use promo code CHGO. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
It's that easy. See, I've been nominated twice for Goon of the Night already. for a
Manscaped ad.
Yes, for that ad read. Come now. What, do you have a Jamaican accent?
No, I do not.
Thank you. You hear me say, please say no.
Why did you not want to hear one? Because I sure as hell did.
No. We do not. Let's go with the Irish one.
No, I do
you have
not.
an Irish one? No Irish either? Okay.
No Irish one.
Italian?
No.
Dang.
Call Me Beer Baron in the comments said ROFL Big Dave should be earning millions a year as a hype man.
I'm with it.
Shave your balls, but with panache. What makes you think Big Dave isn't earning millions a year?
Send it over. I'm not. Send that over. Send it on over. And tell Manscaped that, as a matter of fact.
Little do y'all know, I pay Dave millions to be my hype man.
Oh, man.
Little secret.
In hugs? All right. Matt has do you have a mine in the wheel somewhere? Where am I?
I told you the other day I was going to write you into my will. Do you not remember this conversation?
He did tell me this. He absolutely
and Dave asked that he didn't want anything in monetary value. He wanted a hello.
Right. He didn't want any money. He
just wanted acknowledgement.
Or monetary value in physical items, in material objects in any way.
Say, my man.
He just wanted me to say in my will, hey, tell Big Dave I said what's up.
That's it. That's it, dog. Because I just want to show up and everybody looking like, who the hell is this guy? What's he doing? And then I get my hello and like, thank you, I'm out. And then walk away. That would be glow for me.
Whereas Go and Joey were like, no, we'll take some money.
Right.
Hold on here. We're unsticking these 2 pages together, and there's an appendix we didn't see. It says, to Big Dave, I leave a hug and my pizzazz pizza maker.
Oh.
And that will be, and you will say, thank you.
But
it's
Big Dave is the one who owns it.
and I
He needs
screwed
to
that
leave
up
it to me in his will,
epically.
which
Yeah.
is irrelevant
Sorry, Joe.
because I'm for sure going to die before him.
Epically.
It's all right, Joe. You've been working hard today.
Epically screwed
It's been
that
a
one
long
up.
day.
It's been a long day for you, man.
No.
All right.
But
It's all
you
right.
were right to bring up the pizzazz
But I'll tell you, that's two. though,
when
Joe.
we are having a conversation about our respective wills,
Yes.
because that is something that I would be keen to know.
He does want the
Who gets Dave's pizzazz? Because I would like to raise my hand and throw my hat in the ring.
the
Forgetting-
only reason I would leave a will, I bequeath my pizzazz to Matthew Peck.
You also don't have to tell me you said what's up. You can just
I'm gonna do it anyway.
give the pizzazz
No, but
without a hello.
Well, see, just for that, I'm gonna say 50% of the pizzazz goes to you. The other 50 goes to Baby Joey. That's what's going to happen right here. You guys can fight it out.
Shout
We'll
out
see
to
how it
Cassie in
goes.
the comments who knows what's up. She said, pizzazz. Legit.
It is
Yes,
legit.
It is legit.
Super legit. I love it so.
I'd like you to say, like, you can have my pizzazz, but you have to rewatch the 2023 Bulls game that went to double overtime and in its entirety.
Damn.
Which one was that? A couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. That Cavs game?
Yeah.
Yeah, or
Oh,
like
God,
make
that
him
was
like give him the
stupid.
pizzazz, but there should be like you must eat a
punishment
garden dog
associated.
from
Eat a
Portillo's
garden dog from Portillo. You know what? Yeah.
to take
Yeah.
ownership of said
No, you
pizzazz.
can blame Joey for that. You can blame Joey for that. Because that is good. That is something I would say. He's right. Yeah. I wouldn't make him watch the Bulls game.
Okay.
I'd do that.
I'm going to shoot down this Jelly recommendation in the
Okay.
comments. Jelly's idea is that Dave should read my eulogy in the voice of the Manscaped leprechaun.
Long time ago, he was born.
You know what? To hell with it. Why not?
he was born
Because
to two wonderful parents.
Everyone who even bothered to attend my funeral would either be in on the joke or be like, what the hell is happening? And I, if there is an afterlife, would be laughing my ass off about all of it.
I'm going, like my man Max said, I'm going for gas. That's where it's at, man. I don't want laughs. I'm coming in with gas with your cat eyes. Why are they laughing? Have in the morning.
Real quick, guys, interesting quote here from DeMar that I just saw in another post-game tweet from Casey Johnson on these clutch shots that he is so damn good at hitting. Quote, I'm not scared to fail. That's got a little MJ ring to it. I want those moments more than anything. It always reminds me of my childhood and doing the little fake countdown, jumping on the bed, fake shooting the shot.
Yep.
As a competitor, those moments are the ones I relish. It is so cool to hear a umpteen-time NBA All-Star,
Yeah.
bona fide future Hall of Famer like DeMar DeRozan say stuff like that after a crazy wild game like tonight where he hit a kind of shot like that. Because any of us that were dribbling a basketball around, maybe with our friends, maybe by ourselves, at the park, in the alley, the driveway, where on your bed with your laundry hamper basket, like it sounded like DeMar was referencing in that quote just now. We all did that.
Yeah.
The
All
fake
time.
countdown
All the time.
at the buzzer shot.
Yep.
And DeMar's like, yeah, no, I still think about that, but I'm just doing it on an NBA court.
I'm thinking about it right now. Like I'm picturing myself do it right now.
I have some of my most vivid memories from childhood,
Yeah.
like mental image memories, are me doing that in the driveway.
Yeah, it was always so much fun, man. That was the
It's
best.
not hard to understand why these guys love him so much.
Yeah, man. It's true. He taps into you, man. Like what the youngest guy he could tap into and the oldest vet he could tap into, man, by just being genuine, and being honest with people.
And being great.
And being great. Yes, Will. And being great. Like all of it works for a guy like DeMar DeRozan, man. What a teammate. What a player.
And I saw it was either towards the end of our live stream on the watch along or at the beginning of postgame, somebody mentioned the DeMar and when he came and put his arms around Coby and Io when they had their
My youngins.
post-game sideline interview
My
the
youngins.
other night after one of their wins and saying my young is my youngin. Somebody in the comments brought that up and like you could even see in the way that DeMar and his teammates were engaging with one another at the end of this crazy dramatic game where they were able to pull out a tough win against a good team on the road. Like it seems like DeMar really embraces that part of his role on this team.
No, I'm going to say it again. I've said this several times. When you watch his final shot, go watch Dalen Terry on the sideline when that shot goes in. Pure entertainment, man. Even like you mentioned after the game when he did it to the young guys, saw the young guys do it to him. You saw Ayo putting his arm around him, slap him on the chest. You saw Drummond come up on the microphone. You saw the young guys pouring water on him. You know what I mean? All that stuff means something to these guys, man. And I promise you, it will help them down the line.
Yeah.
The future of the Bulls, man, is a lot of it is grown on DeMar DeRozan on his back, just as a player, you know what I'm saying, and a teammate. You know what I mean? What he does in the regular season, what he does with them in the offseason. You're going to see his fingerprints on everything in the next few years with these young guys, depending on their growth, I'm saying, you know, and how they grow and how they get better and how they treat these moments when they get to these moments in the fourth quarter and how calm they might be and how they react and how they don't fall apart. And you know what I mean? Just, I think you're going to start seeing those things crop up and pop up the older these guys get and the more into the future we go with the young guys.
Yeah, and they're not going to just become good because DeMar's there. Like, they have have to put in the work themselves.
Sure.
And I think part of it is just who DeMar is, like, as a person. I mean, you can't teach a lot of that stuff. You know, he's just got the closer gene. Like, he can do that, and not everybody can. So getting reps with it, getting experience, all that stuff really matters, and DeMar's in a position where he can put them there, and so they can get that experience. But at a certain point, like, the Bulls have to also have the players that can go out and do that themselves.
Correct.
And we'll see what happens with that. I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm not saying it will, but we're going to have to
we're going to see what the growth is, you know what I mean, on those young guys and what it affects, you know what I mean, in the future. Because we know all of them are going to be good teammates, you know what I'm saying, because of it. But the type of basketball players they'll be, you know what I mean, on the floor, we'll see.
Bring out the box
Julie in the comments saying, I wear my DeMar jersey proudly. Connor, DeRozan is quickly becoming one of my favorite Bulls of all time. Our buddy Marquez, shout out, said the same thing, I think, in a Twitter thread the other day. Even though this era has largely sucked, he's given so much fun in an otherwise dark time.
It's been a lot of fun.
I think if we could just say one thing about the otherwise dark time piece of this, like, it's okay to have both of those things. Like, you can still keep building around this team with DeMar too. Like, I think that the way that things have kind of unfolded, people are in a position now where they have to, like, root against the team. And I think it's just unfortunate because he is so great and you want to be able to get on board with that, but it's not DeMar making or missing these shots or whatever is not going to, like, change the situation. And so that's where it's on the front office to be able to make decisions that put DeMar in a better spot because he is this great, and put the remaining young players that they have into a better spot. So they have to keep building. They have to keep building.
French Bulls TV say, it might not be competitive, but it's sure as hell entertaining. What a wild life we choose to live. Au contraire, I would say that game we all just watched was incredibly competitive.
Definition of.
I mean, so competitive.
Capital C.
It was so competitive they needed more basketball to decide who won the competitive basketball.
Just oozing competitiveness.
Cassie saying, I cried. He's just a remarkable human.
He is.
Referencing DeMar DeRozan. I mean,
He is.
It's hard. It's hard to have anything negative to say, even if you are a Bulls fan who is ready to move on to something different than this core of players.
And that's kind of what I'm
being
saying.
afraid of what lies ahead in the not too distant offseason and a new DeMar DeRozan contract. It's, skating that line of wanting better and knowing that DeMar being this good only gets them this far, and still having an appreciation for how insanely good he is.
Exactly. Both things are true.
Both things can be true. Brian saying in the comments, DeMar's a good fit for the Bulls. Let's build around him with young guys who are willing to compete. Connor, meanwhile, saying, the CHGO just did a watch along every game. We might get that 6th seed. Well, I mean, they got half a game closer tonight. Actually, a game closer.
Full game, right.
Because the Pacers were, as we mentioned briefly at the top of our pregame show, had leapfrogged the Sixers by a half game and in 6th. And the Bulls gained a full game on the Pacers with that win. What do you know? Lepowski, meanwhile, saying, build around DeMar, LOL, he's 35 years old. Yeah, there's that other part of it.
We keep forgetting that. 15 years, 35 years old. Ooh.
Let's take a quick second ad break. We'll come back, wrap up with a few more thoughts. And, of course, there is a Goon of the Night.
Goon of the Night!
On the way. Still 300 hanging out with us on YouTube. We appreciate
Shout
y'all,
out
Bulls
to y'all,
Nation.
man.
Hit that like button. Do it for our guy, Troll Joe. Do it for the GOAT, who's multitasking, live streaming on YouTube while doing his normal beat guy job, taking diligent notes. Give the like to Dave, just because look how good he looks in that Coors Light hoodie.
Oh, yes, I do look amazing.
What do we have?
Oh, since you're talking about it, how about we talk about it some more?
Oh, man, that wasn't even an intentional segue,
That
Pack.
was awesome, sir. It's who you are. It's how good he is in his brain
Second nature, folks.
and his mind, too.
Hey.
Coors Light. Light. Oh, we drink it. We enjoy it. Throughout that watch along we did, Matt Peck several times had to get up and find his chill. Got on up,
I did.
requested several of those delicious cold filter, cold lagered Coors Light beverages.
Chill out.
And oh my goodness, deliciousness. So, whether your team is stressing you out, not tonight, or just life in general, well, that happens. Things can feel just a little bit chaotic. That's why Coors Light helps you find moments to chill all year long.
All year long.
Oh, yeah. Joey, how do you chill?
How do I chill?
Yeah, how does Joey Spathis? Let me set the mood for you, Joe.
Sure.
Saturday
Go ahead.
afternoon, Troll Joe is under the bridge.
Right.
Baby Joey's jet setting around the world. You got not a care. You're just sitting at home, chilling out, enjoying your apartment and your people.
Yeah. I
How,
mean,
sir, do you continue to find your chill?
maybe it's a Saturday afternoon. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's in the fall time and Texas Longhorns are on and get on the couch.
Longhorns.
Mountains are blue. Horns are up. Crack open a frosty cold Coors Light. That's how I'm finding my chill.
Young Spathis, ladies and gentlemen. And when those mountains turn blue, it's as cold as the Rockies. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. That Peck felt for sure. And so when it's time to chill, open that Coors Light. It's mountain cold refreshment, crisp and refreshing as the Colorado Rockies. So when it's time, just go ahead and reach for it. Reach for what? A Coors Light. Reach for it. Get it delivered straight to your door with Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/CHGO Basketball. That's CoorsLight.com/CHGO Basketball. Coors Light. Find your chill.
Shout out to Brian in the comments who said, I'm chilling with Coors Light, drinking one right now. There you go. Also, I mean, yes, absolutely reach for one. I prefer that they be brought to me. I'm not a big fan of reaching far.
Yeah, you prefer one to have it handed to you.
I like keeping this one right here on my little side table. I
Right.
don't have to reach for it that far. It's just right here.
There you go.
A reminder, in case you weren't with us at the beginning of pregame, at the beginning of the watch along, we love doing newsletters here at CHGO, and the newest one.
We love doing newsletters.
Love doing newsletters. There's good stuff on all these beats with newsletters that come straight to your inbox from CHGO. The newest of the bunch being from none other than our one and only Will the Go Gottlieb guy right here, the GOAT 101 newsletter, the first installment, which dropped earlier today, doing a deep dive on a specific play that has allowed the Bulls and Ayo Dosunmu to get some good looks in transition and some good layups. Is the first of many where GOAT, feel free to hop in and piggyback here, doing more deep dives on stuff, analytics, advanced stats, plays, even some salary cap talk as we get into the offseason that will, after today's first freebie, be for diehards only.
Exactly. Yeah, we want to provide you guys some incentive and some more reason to get good content. And so we're doing this. The first one today, like you said, is for everyone. But following that, they're going to be behind our diehard paywall. And it's just looking for kind of some off the beaten path storylines, whether it's today's where I picked out an action that the Bulls have been running over and over again, really, for the first couple of games after All-Star break to try to get Ayo some layups. Maybe it's, like you said, some salary cap stuff looking forward or some advanced stats, whatever it may be, just to kind of dive a little bit deeper into the details. So this is for our diehards. So if there's any ideas that you guys have or suggestions or things you want me to look into, send them my way. But very excited to dive a little bit deeper on some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, bam. just the latest reason to sign up to become a CHGO diehard. On top of all the other reasons you already know about, it is incredibly wonderful deal as far as your monetary value to sign up for an annual membership. I mean, it's pennies, really. It's pennies a day. And you get all the best of the best from our content, from all of our various beats, all of our great credentialed reporters here at CHGO. Access to our Diehards Only Discord, where you can hang out in a more privatized chat forum with your fellow diehards. You get 20% off at that CHGO merch locker every single time you shop. You get 20% discounts to most all of our various events that we do, including our CHGO Bears tailgates and football season, our CHGO takeovers at the Madhouse for Bulls and Hawks games. Shout out to our Hawks crew. They got one coming up pretty soon that has already been sold out by our diehard crew. So, a million reasons to become a CHGO diehard.
Correct.
Why wait? What are you waiting for? Also, you could pick one of the new awesome Chicago collection shirts or hoodies that just dropped when you sign up to become a diehard and get that freebie selection if you want to. And speaking of new diehards, shout out to some of our newest ones this week who have joined the Cool Kids Club. Kendrick, Kent, Matt, Steven, Lauren, Jeremy, John, and William.
Hey.
Some of the newest diehards to join us between Monday and today.
Shout out to you.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate all of you who are already diehards hanging out with us each and every day, every night.
Growing, baby.
My goodness.
I love it.
Great stuff.
Appreciate y'all.
Should we find out who won a certain award?
Hit it, Joe!
To be the man, you gotta beat the man now. I'm the man. Woo!
Empire today brings you Goon of the Night. Because all they do is flaws. No matter what. 588 to 300. Go!
Empire today.
Did both. Double duty. Just like in overtime.
Double dose.
Matt Peck, we'll start with you. Who is Goon of the Night?
So I feel like I don't want to be too repetitive because the last couple of times I have given my Goon love to DeMar for just being stupidly good DeMar as my choice for Goon. And it seems like that answer is staring me in the face yet again tonight when he dropped 46.
06.
But just to change things up a little bit,
Ooh, switch it up.
just to change things up,
Come on.
I'm going to give my Goon love to Ayo Dosunmu.
Ooh, yeah.
Because of a million reasons. He was playing absolutely tenacious defense tonight. That stretching block he had closing out on the left wing.
Attractive.
I don't know how he got there to get a piece of that ball.
Me neither.
Late in the game. Late in a close game, incredible block. Also, that possession where DeMar was over there, just like you couldn't even see DeMar's body on the TV screen because he was blanketed by Siakam.
Right.
Late possession. He runs that little screen action with Caruso, gets the switch onto Halliburton, just beats Halliburton to the cup.
Yes, he does.
One of a million examples recently of Ayo Dosunmu just being like, I'm quicker than you. I'm getting to the rack, damn it. And coupling that with his just relentless defense.
Go off, Matt.
I feel like Ayo, as much as we praise him, still deserves more all the time in this stretch of games he's had this season. I love everything we saw from Ayo Dosunmu tonight. Loved it.
That was amazing. That was amazing. That deserves applause. That was amazing stuff right there.
Ayo Dosunmu deserves applause.
Oh, cherry on top.
I'm just a
You thought it couldn't get better, but it did.
idiot sitting in a chair.
Well, yeah, beer swilling, I'll give you. Joey Spathis, sir, who is your Goon of the night besides yourself?
So, DeMar, 45 points, 46 points, buzzer beaters to the game to overtime. Alex Caruso hit 5 threes, season high 23 points.
Yes.
I'm also going to give my Goon love to Ayo Dosunmu. Because I just think, we talked a lot about being a clutch player. I just like, Ayo's as steady as they come on this team besides DeMar.
Yes.
We talked about he scores early, he scores up, like, he's one of the guys.
Joe, you're muted.
Wow, I'm muted.
Oh,
and I'm not
He
wearing.
was going off.
Bulls Nation.
He was
Thank you,
going
Joey's in
off.
the comments.
Wow.
You guys
He was
just missed
going
a
off.
great
Oh,
monologue,
it was
by the way.
like golden. It was a golden monologue.
I feel so dumb right
man.
now. I'm starting over. I'm
Again,
starting over.
he's been
All right.
busy.
I'm
He's been
starting
very,
over.
very
I'm
busy.
starting over. All right.
He's been a day.
DeRozan, 46 points, buzzer beater. Caruso, 23 points, 5 threes, regular season high this season. But I'm also going to Sumu. He's been as clutch as they come besides DeMar, as steady as they come besides DeMar. His ascendance as a player in the big moments is just really cool to see. He scores often, and he's one of the guys that you know night in, night out what you're getting from him. That's what it feels like to me at this point. And just the play, like the one play where I can't even look at the comments right now because I can't even bring myself to do it. But when he beat Myles Turner off the dribble and sort of hesitated, but still went in and finished in the lane. And then he's like looking at Debo and it's been cool to see. And I think tonight was sort of like, for me, it was the cherry on top in some ways. But
Like,
yeah,
man,
and I'm an
Joey's-
idiot.
You guys
Thank
are going to have to translate. It sounds like the thumb troll. is
Joey's
in
the comments are going off right now.
It's hilarious. Oh, man. Will the Go Gottlieb, sir. With your
Yeah, I was
studious
thinking
self.
about going Caruso. The season high on points and tying season high in threes. The facilitating in the last quarter and overtime. The defense on Halliburton on that last play. And just an overall great Caruso game, plus 22. But I just feel like it's got to be DeMar tonight. 46 points, obviously the buzzer beater, but just the way that he controls the game from minute 1 to minute 53.
Yes. Yeah.
Just so steady, so confident, so able to get a shot wherever he wants, whenever he wants it. Complete control of his game. And yeah, I think like everything Joey said about Io, aside from DeMar, it's because it's DeMar.
Ooh, those bars. Ooh, those are bars.
I mean,
boy.
he's not. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Guys, those are 3 awesome, compelling arguments, and you have swayed my opinion.
Woo!
You have swayed my opinion.
Swaying Dave's opinion.
It's 3, all 3 of them. Usually it's 1 or 2, but all 3? That's
Great
amazing.
game. Very competitive.
Because unfortunately, like, y'all, I heard Joey's first part of his argument, and he was leading to some gold.
It was bars.
Joey's spitting.
He was
Joey's spitting,
the
y'all.
hottest of fires. So this is how it's
he was
going to
just
go.
seeing red. He was just going.
You see red, ladies and gents. Goon of the night. Drum roll, Joe.
Worst drum roll ever.
Cling. You got to get a better drum roll, Joe.
Thank y'all for nominating me for the ad read. I'm continuing to see that up here. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. But it is a 3-way tie.
Another 3-way tie.
It is a 3-way tie.
Are there any winners of this award anymore?
For Goon of the night, it is a 3-way tie. And it's because of you guys. You have swayed my opinion. You have swayed it.
Okay.
So, yes, I feel DeMar DeRozan, yes, should get in on this because, Will, you're right. Anytime he said Io, it was
He dropped 46.
DeMar. You're right.
I prefaced my Io choice with, I should pick DeMar again.
Yeah.
But.
Well, hold on to that, Matt, because number 2 is Io DeSumo.
Hey.
Because, like I said, your argument was amazing and great, and I said it deserved applause.
It did.
It was wonderful. It was wonderful. But it was one more.
Mr.
You left
number 3.
Number 3.
Caruso?
Yourself.
On Ralph, but Tim.
Whoa!
Yes. And I will tell you why. The end of that third quarter.
Yo.
When he's inbounding the basketball.
Yes.
And McConnell took it from him and laid it in. He said, give me the damn ball back. Took it all the way down into his chest, went up off the glass at the buzzer, scored, got them 2 points right back. That is Goon shit.
Man.
And I loved every second of it. That will keep you on the floor. And then the coach's good graces. Shout out to Batim for that.
Well said. Great pull. So much crazy shit happened in the fourth quarter and overtime that I forgot that happened.
Yes.
But when that happened, it was the coolest thing that had happened in the entire game up to that point.
A
Kyle
turnover.
Williams is a charcuterie of goonery is correct.
I mean-
This is owner Alpa team's first nomination and first win.
There you go.
Yes.
Alexander in the comments saying, but Tim
I'd
is
like to
him.
thank the Academy.
Yes.
That's right. Confirmation.
Yes.
But Tim.
A turning point in the show's history. Show you dub. Yes, man. Oh, it was good stuff. I love it. I love
that was such, especially the more and more these days you see players with a couple of seconds left on a clock.
Yeah.
Just dribbling it out, holding them up. DeRozan did it.
Drummond.
Yes, that's what I meant. Drummond did it as we went to halftime. Like, dude, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Like, you got a few seconds to work with. Find an outlet pass, make a full court pass, try and do something.
Yes.
And some guys, it's because I'm so worried about my percentage. I don't want to take a hit on this heave. I don't want to even take a hit on this deep three. But Tim was like, I got 2 seconds.
Yep.
Watch this.
I'm making the most
And
of my
basically,
opportunity.
like, did the MJ against the Cavs shot
Yes.
at the free throw line, but instead of flying sideways, he just flew further in,
Amazing.
leapt at the free throw line, just banked one in hard off the glass.
It was amazing.
At the buzzer. It was great.
Way to make up for your mistake on the fly.
Yeah.
That is stuff that, for real, if I was the coach, boy, you just earned yourself an extra 3 minutes on the floor. I promise you. I would have left him out there extra 3 minutes. Like, you earned that. Now stay out there, young fella. Well done. But yes, a three-way to all those guys, very deserving. Great arguments by the fellas, man.
I love it.
Goon of the night goes to you guys.
Shout out to Spooky Cabins Joe in the comments who said, just want to say I adore the show you guys make being a Bulls fan worthwhile,
Thank you.
no matter the circumstances. Thank you.
We appreciate that.
Spooky Joe.
Woo!
Invite us to your cabin, but only if there's no axe murderers
And
there.
tons of beer.
Will,
Are you saying Will or
I'm
we?
supposed to ask you who owns the hammer.
Oh, the last person I saw to have it was Io.
Io
Io.
had the defense hammer.
I believe so.
Totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot that was the
I
thing
think
they were
it
doing this
disappeared for a
season.
while, but then it made a reappearance in Io's locker.
Hammer.
Yeah.
I like it.
Sparta making a late case for AC, saying he deserved more love, kept him in the game.
He did.
And
He played well.
kept their best player below 20 points.
His scoring was key.
Yeah. I also will point out of fairness, that Caruso got cooked by TJ McConnell a few times tonight.
he did.
And I did not appreciate that.
He did.
Because TJ McConnell can suck an egg. You're better than that, Alex. You're better than that.
He did do that. But yes, both
TJ
of you are
McConnell.
right.
I hate that TJ McConnell.
It's not a fan.
Not a fan at all.
So you welcome to
Joey,
the cabin anytime.
shall we chat a super or two and then get out of here?
PBRs, we down.
I love me a pipper every once in a while.
Give me a pipper.
Call
Hey.
me Beer Baron. Matt,
Hey.
Will's right though.
Curtis.
I don't want to read this, but I'm going to. Matt, I know you hate these wins, but blow me. That was fun on a bun.
Fun on
Okay.
a bun. That is awesome. I like fun on a bun. I like that.
Fun on a bun is a good underrated saying.
That's a pretty good one.
Also, nobody be worried about some random YouTuber telling me to blow them. I will not reveal that person's identity. I will respect their anonymity, but I know who that is.
Oh, he knows who
He
you
knows
are.
the Beer Baron.
knows the
I
Baron.
know the beer bear.
Is that a flex? I'm not sure.
That's a flex.
I think it might be a flex.
That's my first. All right, we'll roll with it then.
Hero ball from our favorite content providers. That's what he said also.
Also, Dave, you tell me to suck it all the time.
Yeah, but when shots go in, this is true. But you have earned it.
Suck
and I tell Will and Joey.
Suck it
and
is
myself.
not. Suck it is not blow me.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Lebowski. So
Lebowski.
disappointing that the once dominant Chicago Bulls are yet again hovering around 500. Have been a middling team for the last 25 years, with the odd exception here and there. The Nashville Predators of the NBA.
Oh, that
slap.
NHL Preds comp
Slap.
just stabbed me in the heart.
Oh man.
I did not.
People
care
say
for
I'm
that.
negative.
I immediately just got flashbacks to that first round exit when I just thought they would win because they were like the fastest team in the NHL. I immediately caught flashbacks to that.
Hated the Preds.
Oh man.
Back when the Hawks were making all those playoff runs, hated those Preds teams. But I mean, Lebowski makes a fair point. I think that's an astute comparison. And I mean, yeah, they're hovering. I don't know if you know this, but
They
the
might
Bulls,
be 2 games away. They might be 1 game away, but they're always 3 games away from 500
But after tonight's win, they are in fact 2.
until tomorrow.
Till tomorrow.
But when they lost on Monday, Will, after we let you go from your goat talk hit from the UC, you better believe I made everyone aware of the fact that
They were 3 games
they
away.
were 3 games
He
away.
did. He made him aware.
ISO Noah with our final super chat of the night. Shout out $4.99 from ISO Noah. Saying AK might have some candor to his continuity theory. Don't want to stick with the same exact team, but some pieces we can use for sure. 22 clutch wins.
Yeah, you can use pieces for sure. You can
Is there
definitely use pieces.
clutch games that end in wins count really at 22 now, Go?
It is.
That is insane.
Wow.
Actually, that might have been 23.
And they also have like 15 losses last time I checked in clutch games?
I think they were 22 and 15 into this game.
They have played
23
so
and
many
15.
clutch games. So competitive.
Yeah, they're now 23 and 15.
23-15 in that. There it is.
Super.
Duper.
Super duper. That is it for tonight. Thank you, everybody.
Woo.
Thanks for the super chats. Thanks, everybody, for engaging in the chat tonight. We
What a
appreciate
night.
it tonight.
What a night.
And every night. Thanks also for those of you who hung out for our live watch along that was presented by Coors Light. Shout out to Coors Light for the swag, for the beers, and for the partnership.
Yes.
We had a good time.
Thank you,
We
Coors
should
Light.
do some more of those watch alongs in the
Do more
future.
Coors Light.
Good times always. And we will be back tomorrow because the Bulls have a second night of back-to-back. Trying again, looking for a little revenge against the Clippers, who come to town after the Bulls lost out in L.A. last Saturday. In the meantime, read The GOAT, allchgo.com. Be sure to check out that fresh GOAT 101 that dropped earlier today. Make sure, if you aren't already, that you sign up to become a diehard so you have access to the ones that come in down the road. Follow him for all of his Bulls reporting updates, Will_Gottlieb. Big Dave is at BAW, BAWL Sports. Our pal and producer, twin brother of Troll Joe, Joey Spathis, is at Joey Spathis.
He's becoming
sometimes
jealous.
his mic is on,
Yes.
and sometimes it's not, and sometimes he doesn't know which one it
He's
is.
becoming jealous of
Joe,
Troll
is your mic on right now?
It is now.
Yeah!
In the face. Hat throw.
I'm Bulls_Beck. This guy right here is Big Dave. BAW, BAWL Sports.
That's me.
We are CHGO_Bulls. Love and appreciate you, Bulls Nation. We will talk to you tomorrow night. Pre-game, Bulls Clippers, 6:30 Central, right here on the CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Subscribe. Have a good night.
Peace.
See you, Reb. Be good.
Love.